Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, and as always, I'm glad you stopped by. Today we're going to take a look and talk about Amazon Game Studios' first big AAA game that everyone has been thirsting over, and it's called Crucible. Oops, sorry, wrong timeline. I meant the new hotness MMORPG, New World. Alright, let's check it out. New World is an upcoming, massively multiplayer online role-playing game by Amazon Studios, and the game is set to be released like August 31st, or I think it actually slipped back to September 2nd, somewhere in that time frame. You can pick it up from Amazon or from Steam, and the game was previously scheduled to be released like back in May, but you know, COVID and all those other things. It was basically set in the mid-1600s. Players colonize a fictional land, and you have to stop like this dark evil presence, yada, yada, yada. You know, I've been playing the beta for a little while, and the dark evil presence that's corrupting the land didn't really apply to me because I was like, I just want to craft and get that money, you know? All right, so one of the things I love about this game right here is this game actually does run on a potato. I played it on my Surface Pro. It was 10 frames a second, but I could still craft, and I could still hunt and kill things. So let's take a look at the settings. Now, when people tell me, you know, like, don't ask me if my PC can run this game. I mean, that's kind of personal. If someone tells me, hey, you should run this game on max setting, and I'll be like, okay, cool, but I won't tell them I can't do it. Well, I actually can on this one, but let's take a look at these. All right, so we have key bindings, and as you can see here, you can pretty much key bind almost anything. It's fairly comprehensive in what you can key bind. You can even do dialogue options. I did not know that until I just looked at it. Nice. Okay, cool. All right, click on preferences. You have here, you have language filter, subtitles. Enable achievement notifications. You get achievements a la Xbox for doing certain things like setting up a camp 500 times and things like that. The gameplay, you have camera sensitivity. It's actually really good, pretty granular in what you can do with these. Camera shake, things like that. You can show vitals and values, contextual menu fading, targeted healing. And this is what I love right here, auto traverse. Go ahead and turn that on. You're going to want to turn that on. So if you're running or auto running, you can't auto follow, but you can auto run. You'll automatically vault over things. So that's pretty cool. Accept dual invites. Go ahead and turn that off for yourself because you don't want to get into all that right now. And you can do targeted locks for healings and things like that. So really good. Visuals. This is the meat and potatoes right here. Meat and potatoes. All right. So you have windows and full screen. You have the different resolutions, HD and otherwise, right? Then you have brightness, contrast, field of view, which you could crank all the way up to 90 if you want. But I think if you're not an FPS game, I don't think you need to crank this up to like 90. Just keep it to the default value. And then you have video quality, effects. You know, you can do a custom like setup that they have configured for you, or you can just tweak it as much as you want. The thing that takes up the most processing power is post-processing. So you can go ahead and crank that down if you need to. And then as always, shadows, you can crank those down too, but crank everything up to where you are. And then make sure you turn on VSync and cap yourself at 60 frames a second. If you tell this game you can have 120 frames a second, it will take 120 frames a second, regardless of what's going on. All right, we have the volume, and as you know, I'm a real big fan of volume sliders. We have master volume, movie volume, sound effects volume, ambient volumes, vocals, voiceovers, I mean, everything. You could pretty much tweak this to however you want. And the game does have like a spatial voice audio chat thing, so you can hear people. They're louder the closer they are, and they're not as loud the further they are away. And speaking of chat, there you go. You have your voice chat, your regular chat, tweak which microphone you want to use, things like that, just typical things. And I apologize if I'm going a little bit too fast through this, but I want to get to the actual meat and potatoes of the game. So you can always just pause in the sections you need. All right, so Twitch logon right here, you can do Twitch streamer spotlight. It lets other players know that you're actually streaming on Twitch. And then if there's a whole bunch of you, it won't show them all at once on your stream. And then you can also recruit people right into your group or company, you know, from Twitch. Which I think this feature right here, more games will start doing this. If New World, you know, jumps off and hops off, and this is a big thing, more games are going to do that. I promise you. And of course, you have the accessibility for colorblind, which hasn't affected me as of yet. I am not. And then in terms of use, there's something here about sacrificing your firstborn, but you know what? Who cares? I'm going to play the game. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. All right, so in the game, when you create a character, I'll probably throw a few tips out. I'm going to try to give you about a good 20, 30-minute look at this. But I figure in MMORPGs, you don't have to really, drag it on for too long because, it's an MMORPG. Everyone always plays it. All right, so I know you think I'm saying MMORPG because someone just texted me. It's MMORPG, but I just say it very fast. All right, you can only have one character per server. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit a low server. Yep, we're going to have one character. Got it. I understand.
The stories you've heard, they don't tell the whole truth. The island is indeed the place of legend. There's power and vast riches as well. But those who've gone before you have simply vanished, never heard from again. I saw the horror, the madness that overcame the crew. It was beyond any evil the world has ever known. How I survived, I do not know. The contents of this box are not of this world. They will guide you to that one, wherever and whatever that may be. Go then, Captain. Chart your course and your fate. I will say a prayer for the souls of your crew.
It's pretty intense. You can tell he was kind of evil, though, with the red eyes. I don't know why the captain was ignoring that. Alright, coming in on our character, this is going to be the character creation. Now, I think in the actual game, they're going to have a few more options, because right now I still feel like it's pretty sparse. But we're going to go ahead and create a character, maybe a female this time, and we're going to get into the game. And I think that looks pretty much perfect there. Let's hit randomize a few times. Let's see if we can find something that's going to make us be like, yeah, that's the ticket. Make us be like, oh, I like that afro. Can we get that back? Maybe just slow down on these random. No. Would you love me? I'd love me. Yeah, we're gonna hit that one. All right, so we're gonna call her Gypsy Lady. If I know how to spell it. So we'll let us spell Gypsy Lady. We got it. All right, you cannot change your name or appearance after this point. Got it. So they'll probably actually add that later, but right now there's no hair cutting, no anything like that. But I think pretty much all MMOs eventually have that. So it's not, unforeseeable for them to do it in the future. There we go. We washed up on the beach of eternity. Oh, those are the rocks. Crash against me, broken. All right, so quick tutorial. Hey, you know what? I can give you a few tips while I'm playing this too. There is nothing on this beach. Don't be like me and comb every nook and cranny thinking you're going to get some magical, mystical item that's going to help you or give you a leg up in the game. There's literally nothing here. It's just you're literally put here to get you to understand the mechanics. Ooh, oh. Draw your weapon. Block. And strike! Dodge! All right, so the left shift to dodge, that kind of throws me off a little bit too. You get used to it, but I hope they can let you reconfigure that.
You, come closer. Your captain needs you. There's something wrong. Not
What happened?
Devil's Storm. What in the nine hells was that about? And where is my box? I need my box. Did you take it? You bilge rat.
I don't have the box.
Something isn't right. To come so close. It's not fair. What's happening to me? I can't die. Not like this.
Ew, nasty. All right, so let's take all the stuff like we do. You know, we don't have time to mourn them, right? We got adventuring to do. People to save, like yourself. All right, let's restore some health. And the well-fed lasts for about 20 minutes. And while you're in the well-fed state, you will slowly gain XP, or not XP, but health over time. Oh, look at those ups. All right, so what am I supposed to jump over this water? Booyah, look at that. Still splashed in it. I suck. All right, let's get over here. Let's do this. Refresher for combat. Boom, got that. Got my shield up. Swipey McSwipey. Shield up again. Be patient. Get the kill. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Remember, don't be tempted. There's nothing over there. You don't even get XP for killing these guys here. So your best thing to do is you could probably just outrun them all once you get past the explain everything point. Like right now, I can just run. But there's nothing here. No XP to be gained. No trinkets to be found. Just a little time for you to practice. Now space and W made me jump over that. Remember, I enabled that to where it does it automatically. So I didn't have to hit space and W. Or space bar and W. You know, I just press forward and boop, automatically does it. That's why I said make sure you turn that on. Here we go. But I love the look of this game. You know, just the fidelity of the graphics for this game, the textures that they use, really has me excited about what they're going to do in the future. Because right now, this looks as good, if not slightly better than ESO. I'm not really tracking Ashes of Creation, and of course it's head and shoulders above what WoW is willing to do. It's only because WoW has its own visual art style. There we go. Alright, so let's see. Sword and shield. Now you have two different, you have an offense and a defense for each weapon. And you can go down the trees. Now remember, I haven't said it before, but you should know, there we go, that's better, that you literally can get more XP if you go down one side completely and level up. Meaning, if you get this, if you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then whatever points here, you get more XP that's applied to your character than if you did 1, 1, 2, 2, because it splits it up and your character will level up slower. So we want to let's be all offense. Let's be all offense. Equal sign for auto run. That's always good. Look at this. That is so gorgeous. Look at that. Where the sun comes up around the corner there. Blooming how I was going to say blooming happiness. Now that doesn't look like happiness. Welcome to the new world. All right, descend to the grotto to investigate the smoke. Is that the smoke? No, that doesn't even look like anything I want to descend into. Can I go this way? Oh, you guys are garbage. Who would willingly go into that? I guess me, because I got to get through this. We got to get this chest for Captain Thorpe. That's Captain Thorpe right there. What is he doing? Is anybody else here? All right, I guess we're gonna. Hey, yo, Cap, what's up? Oh, you don't look so good, dude. Did you just give me the stank eye just now? You ate some berries you shouldn't have ate? What's going on? Oh, why do you look so
would have
big?
been better off dying at sea.
Can you stop being so angry towards me? You don't know I got that spin move. I picked it up a second ago from Mastery Skill. I can do that too, yo, in about 3 seconds. Watch this, watch this. Get it. You know who you playing with, boy. Or sir, you're still a captain until you die. Even though you're like evil. Ouch. You finally did some damage. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. What is that? Whoa, what is that? Did I get hit with like a Power Rangers move? So it appears that I got teleported to a ship-to-shore teleportation ray, and if I've learned anything from other MMOs, you always go towards the glowing light. So let's go ahead and take a run. Ooh, I think I gave you a first tip, right? This is a second tip. Alt-H turns off the HUD. Bam, look at that. Alt-H, and you can see all the pristine beauty. You see the moonlight reflecting off this girl's head? That is sexy. Look at that. Look at the water, the stars. And then the UI will turn back on after you go back in the menu and everything too. So you don't have to stress about forgetting what key it was. You can't turn it back on. But it doesn't give you any context either. So like right now, I know I have to press E to talk to him. There we go.
Oh no. Well, a long time ago I was, but I've been here for many years. Water Lace and Reese, at your service.
Nice to meet you. I'm Gypsy Lady.
It's nice to meet you as well. Though, to be completely honest, I wish it were under better circumstances.
Oh, you got some boots right there. Give me those boots.
See, it would be nice if I could offer you a cup of mead and say, "Welcome to Eternum." But this isn't really a welcoming party.
Why are you here then?
I came from the Everfall settlement to check the beach after the nasty storm that sank your ship. And to deal with your less, fortunate crewmates, I suppose.
What happened to him?
Well, you came through death all right. But they came back soulless lost, the drowned. It's an unpleasant task. But I could use help at least trying to put them back to rest. If you're willing, of course.
Yeah, I've got nothing else to do. Alright, so apparently I got killed when I hit with that beam. I got killed, like, made deader when I got hit with that beam. And this is my my present. So let me go ahead and equip. Let me go ahead and get my points here, attributes. Right now I'm using a sword. And I like this too. It tells you which weapons are affected by which stat. So what I like to do is I focus on things that have a dual meaning. Like I know strength and dexterity will go with sword. So let's do strength real quick. Constitution, just in case I get like lazy. And we're good there. Now let's get some boots on because you don't go play in the ocean with no boots. And there's two types of weights that you have. One is your regular inventory, which you can increase your weight allowance by getting bags. And two is the weight that's on your body. So a cool thing you can do is if you have heavy armor here and you're wearing light armor and you're like, oh, you're encumbered, you can't carry too much. Actually equip the heavy armor. That'll affect this number here and it'll lower this number here. So there you go. Quick tip number 3. Man, we're learning a lot. Let's go ahead and get a craft in. There's nothing to craft. Quick rest. Fire looks good. Oh, and you hit escape, brings up the chat menu. There's different types of chat. Global area, help, recruitment. And the help chat in this game is actually really good. People are actually kind and helpful. All right, so let's go see if we can kill some of our brethren. Our shipmates. Again, hit that Alt-H to bring it down. Look at that. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty. Oh, one right there. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? Dead person? You're doing it today. Forgot I had that swipe move, didn't you? Oh, look at you trying to do a power move. Right in the back. You better quit playing. Oh, get you. Boom, boom, boom. Block. Boom. There you go. Better quit playing. Only problem is I can't tell if I'm actually completing the quest. There we go. I gotta defeat one more. Oh, one thing I like too, that little gold star that actually shows up above mobs and NPCs that are part of your quest. So as your quest journal gets bigger, you're like, what I need to do, who do I need to kill? You'll see gold stars. You'll see it above plants if you focus on them, and you'll see them above mobs that you have to kill. But the only thing I don't like is you see here, I have defeated 3 of the drowned. That gold star won't go away until you actually turn the quest in. So sometimes if your quest journal is filled on the right-hand side, you can't see what you're supposed to be doing, but you'll keep seeing these, and you might waste, an appropriate amount of time or inappropriate amount of time trying to kill all these, thinking that's going to go away, and it's not. All right, so there we go. Or did the game just make a fudgy out of me? It did. It changed. The game made a fudgy out of me. What's the matter, you? What's the matter, you? Alright, so maybe they fixed it. It's been open beta for a while, and they patched it, I've been playing since, like, day 1 in open beta, a few hours a day. Nothing crazy, nothing like the streamers who capped out at level 60 in the first week, which is amazing if you ask me.
Yes, it's grim work.
Alright, give me some pants.
I hope it gave you like a sorry. But there's some delicious boar nearby. Get some flint and wood, make a skinning knife at the fire, and I'll point you in the right direction.
Okay, and then you'll find these little blue pages everywhere. Read every single one because you get XP. Like just now I got 50 XP, and at some point you can start reading those. Alright, so let's see. We're going to do one more. So this is just quick, and this is the journal. It'll keep track of all of your quests, which is just J. Keep track of all your quests, and you can do town projects, which this is the best way. You know what? Tip number whatever it is, I can't remember which one it was. This is the best way to get XP. Right now, it's way OP. You get like 1,200 XP per quest, and then you could do, the side missions, things like that. But questing is the best way. Don't worry about trying to grind XP on mobs because you're not going to get much. Even if they're higher, like 10 levels higher than you. Alright, so what I want to do, I keep hitting escape. I want to craft a skinning knife. So I need flint and wood. Alright, so let's go get some flint and wood. Flint is usually just the regular little butt booty rocks that are sitting on the beach. And then the wood you can get from trees. But I don't think you can swacky McSwackerson a tree. Yeah, you can't really knock down a tree. Look at that. Look at, what is that? Is that Black Betty? You better bam-a-lam. What is that? Oh, it's closed. Oh, it's a boar. Okay. But you can get wood also from bushes. I like that. So you don't have an axe yet. So you're like, how do I, get wood so I can do these other things? Unlike Ark, when you just go around punching trees with your fist. Oh, and this is the fastest you can go. This is auto run. This is you sprinting. This is you walking. This is you sprinting, and it does like an auto sprint, so getting around is going to be quite tedious. Alright, so skinning knife. Boom. Alright. Alright, so we set it as an active tool. All the tools you get, fishing, logging, the staff you get once you get up to the point you can do PvP, mining pickaxes and things like that, they all equip here, so they have their own slots, so you don't have to fumble with switching back and forth between weapons. Oh, and you can dual wield weapons too, I forgot to mention that. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this in.
Very impressive. One of the best crude skinning knives I've seen. You've done this before, haven't you? Ah, and now you're all set to go on a little boar hunt.
Alright, let's go kill a boar. Let's kill a boar and skin it for its flesh. Maybe we can wear its flesh. Look, there's the gold star. And we're going to skin it. Look at that. And you can mouse scroll in and out to adjust your camera view. I usually stay close. So yeah, so skinning these little piggies, I can't feel bad for them. They're on this, animal viscera. They're stuck on this island too. And I know, like in America, if you let them just go out of control, you don't need population control, they're like an invasive species. They can take over and just destroy everything. So I'm doing actual public service by killing these. I'm going to kill one more. One more. Fill my quota for the week. There you go. Go ahead and skin it. I'm going to go back and get... Well, I think I'm getting a brand new shirt. Put on my brand new shirt. I'm going to do it. All right, let's skedaddle over here and get our brand new shirt. Oh, wait, I got to craft food. That was the whole point. Totally missed it. All right, so we're going to do light rations. And you could do filtering by hab materials, what you can craft at that station, and then different things so you can research the actual requirements for those things that you want to craft. And the crafting goes all the way up to like, it's all intertwined. Like, you need flint, which is rocks, but you're going to get to the point where you can do steel mining tools. So you're going to need iron, which means you're going to have to go ahead and do another profession. And you could do all of them at once. You can master all of them. But if you're going to master the professions, it's actually going to slow you down as leveling. I'm not sure if you want a power level to get max level and then enjoy the world of crafting, but it's something to keep in mind.
Oh, that smells delicious. You're lucky you washed ashore in Everfall. We have the tastiest game. And really, the best tasting food in general.
This game is the tastiest game.
The Everfall settlement is not too far. You'll want to head up there soon. But I hope you'll stick around for a bit longer. Perhaps help me deal with this mess. Ugh. You've probably already realized this, but the storm that wrecked your ship and others, it wasn't exactly natural. Corruption.
And the voice acting they just added this last beta too. I don't remember it in the first alpha, but then again I usually skip through them pretty quick. But I do know they added the voice acting later.
That's the question.
Ooh.
We need to be sure. We also need to gather records from these ships.
Okay, so I can go gather records from the ships, and then I will be able to get a bow and arrow to hunt with, or I can just head up to the next settlement. And I think you guys have seen this area. Let's go ahead and get you guys go up to the next settlement. Oh, another quick tip. When you're on the map, if you zoom all the way in, you'll see these boundary lines here. Notice when I came through and it says camping available, let me run back this way. All right, so right here, camping is not available. Camping restricted at landmarks. Once you come out and you pass a landmark, it'll say camping available. Sometimes you won't see another thing like that. You'll be like, why can't I camp? What's going on? Well, these landmarks are often delineated by these dotted lines. So if I was over here, just run to the, the outside of the dotted line, whichever side's opposite if it's telling you can't do it, and that's you can set up a camp. And always, always, always set up a camp if you have the resources. There's been plenty of times I've run from here to here, no camp, die, and I spawn all the way back here. And that's usually when I log off for the day. And as you can see, the map is pretty darn big. This is where we are. Right here. And look at that. Beautiful big world. Oh, player 2345. What are you doing, player 2345? And you can fish and you can do all kinds of wonderful things in this game. You know what? I think I'm going to run up to the city. You guys have seen enough of that. I'm going to run up to the first town so you can get the awe and spectacle of the town. And then we're going to wrap it up. Because basically it's supposed to just give you an insight to let you know what the game looks like. You can hear the audio. See what the menu screen, my usual thing that I do for my Let's Play first impressions. So again, Alt-H hides the menu and the UI. If you can kill it, you can skin it, except for the undead. You can't do them. Not going to hurt you, rabbit. I don't want to kill you. Hello, fellow traveler. Hello. But again, I'm telling you, questing is the best way to get XP. Don't worry about grinding the mobs unless you need crafting materials because it's just going to slow you down. And make sure, you know, recapping some things I said earlier, make sure you set your frame rate cap to 60 because the game will try to use it all. This game does run on my Surface, and I played it for like 3 days because I was on travel, and I got 10 frames a second, but I could still craft and do things like that. So chances are, if it plays to where I can tolerate it on a Surface because I really wanted to play it, I promise you, you can play on whatever computer you have. Just have to do some tweaks here and there. This game takes up a lot of VRAM, but as you can see, probably from all these wonderful, beautiful textures. I mean, look at her. She's a thing of beauty. And as you're running, you know, running up this little path, it's not too long of a run, but just see these stupid little turkeys. Get attached to these turkeys because you're going to be hunting these turkeys for at least the first 20 levels. Every quest is going to be, I need turkey meat, turkey feathers, turkey gobble gobble, find the turkeys. There's ore you can mine right there. That ore is probably iron. There's a big chunk of it. That's what it looks like. It stands out from the rocks, but it's always closer to the rocks. And I mean stands out as far as color. You'll find them in the crevices too. So that's iron. I always say it weird. That's a sheep. You can't mine that. I mean, I guess if you hack it up, you could mine it. I don't know. Look at that. Look at that turkey. Look at that turkey. I hate that turkey. Stupid turkey. Look at the views you get in this game. I mean, just... There's going to be weather effects. I think in one of the trailers they showed off, there was snow. Positive is going to be rain. I just leveled up because... Oh, and you get tons of XP. Well, not tons. You get a good fair bit of XP by running around and exploring. And I had the UI off, but I got XP. That's why I had that little ding, because the settlement's right up there that I'm trying to get to. There's a little town. You're going to visit that town pretty quickly in your first Endeavor adventure. I'll turn off the hidden UI for now. You can see other people built camps. And once you unlock it, and camping is part of the questing line. So once you get to like level, I think 15, you unlock the first camp, and then you can actually use the camps or build your own. Actually, you know what? We can find out. Let's see here. So if you go to J for journal, let's go ahead and spend a random points there. The map we've just opened up. This is also how you keep track of your quests too, but that gets full. You have territory points that you can use for each new territory, and you can pick different buffs that you get. If you know you're going to be in one territory for a long time, you can do XP gain. I don't know how I feel about this, because if you use it and you cap at 60, then you've wasted that point. So why not do territory standing or gathering speed, so you can do something later. So we're going to do gathering speed. But each territory, you get a, I can't remember what it's called in other MMOs, where you get friendly and exalted. You get a relationship with each territory exactly like that, well known. And then each territory, you get different buffs. And you do that by actually being in the territory. You can cross just past this line and then kill 2 ducks, and you'll get points for that territory. Put my sword away. I don't want them to kill me at the gate thinking I am some sort of crazy marauder. It's a weird little pop in there. This is a low population server though, so that's why we haven't really seen many people. There's the achievement in the top right. Event or Everfall Hamlet. Enjoy the book life. I don't know what that is. We're going to hit F1. There we go. Trade skills, masteries. And there's different trade skills you have here. And you could master every single one of these skills if you want. And it gives you plenty of details. And that's just by hitting K for the character sheet. All right, so now that you're in town, I recommend as soon as you get into town is to find the town message board and start doing quests off that board. Because, again, that is the best way to get XP. Look at that handsome devil. If you own the town, if your faction owns the town, if the territory is controlled by your faction, you get these little, you get bonuses. Like you can get extra supplies from the cart. You can pull water from the well. You can get honey from here. I think anybody can get honey, but the point is you can get a few extra resources that add up over time. And you don't pay a lot in the taxing of any kind of trading you do in-game. And then once you, I think that's where I need to go. Yep, that's where I need to go. But once I want to show you this. Once you get into a town, though, these are fast travel shrines. Excuse my language. English is my second language. And once you get these open, as you unlock them throughout the world map, you can actually fast travel to those. But they cost these right here, the Azoth. And you get these from killing the undead. And then repair parts are how you repair your gear. You can repair everything that you have. Oh, I never put my shirt on. Or my pants. Man, y'all got me running around here looking busted. All right, look at that. Bam, look at that. Looking like a dump truck. Did they have, no, they didn't have dump trucks back then. They had dinghy boats. All right, so this is the message board, the town project board. You can get the same quest from running in, talking to that NPC back there, or you can come here. And then when you come here, I'm going to show you how crazy the XP looks. You come here, and look at this. 1,300, 780, 1,380. And then these right here could literally be, well, this one, actually, if I went back to that spot where I pointed out the iron, I can get this done in, boom, 10 minutes, 780. Acquire and deliver 70 fish fillet. I can build the fishing rod, hop in the thing, grab, you get 2 per fish. You need 70, so what? Catch 30 fish? But you could do it. It's pretty fun. And then gashing crude iron. So you got a forge, weaponsmithing. Now, there's no project in this category because this town hasn't been built up or taken over. But you grab these 3, and you can literally grab every single one. And then you level up. The problem is, the cool thing is there's 3 factions, Marauders, Covenant, and Syndicate. And each faction who owns this, when you do this, you're upgrading the town, upgrading the fort. You're making it harder for the fort to be attacked. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. So, but yeah. So let me go ahead and Alt-H off so you guys can see the scenery. I'm really trying to sell it to you guys because I spent my money in this game. And, you know, if you've ever wanted to pay attention to some disembodied voice on the internet to tell, oh, what is this? Oh, I don't think I've ever been into a church. I mean, in the game. In the game, I've never been into a church. This looks good. Oh, it's so good. And I've heard in 4K this game looks even better. But if you look, the moonlight coming through the stained glass, oh, it's so wonderful. All right, but if you want to trust me, and I hope you do, because I spent my money in the game and I'm trying to show you just enough to get you to pop in and want to be enticed by it, join me. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what server you're going to be on, and I'll probably make a character and we can run around. These are storage sheds too. These storage sheds, you have one in every town, and you can keep your stuff stored there if you want, and you can move over individually or by grouping. So like if you have a whole lot of resources, instead of going 1 and 1 and 1, you just go boop, and it all pops over, or you can pop it all back. And it stays in this location. You can have them transfer between locations, but it costs money. So it's sort of like a mail system. So try to stay close to your home base, so to speak, as soon as you get up there. And then, of course, when you log off, that's what your character does for about 1.5 minutes before it goes away. The ends that you register at, that's where you respawn at. Check in here.
Be my guest.
I did check in already. Stop talking to me. You can bring up the map and you zoom in, and then you can see where everything is. There's the crafting stations. You know what? Let's take a look at the crafting station before we go. Right click to pop down a marker. It's kitchen, so you can cook food like at the campfires. All that good, delicious. Oh, that actually looks good. I'm telling you, this game looks amazing, and the gameplay mechanics. And the reason why I'm like really flabbergasted, I'm really like getting excited about this game, is this game looks like a game that's been out. It looks and performs like a game that's been out for at least 3 years already. Think about if ESO had started at this point. Where ESO is now would be totally different. This game is close to me, in my opinion. I haven't played ESO in about 2 years. This game is closer to ESO now than ESO was when it first came out. I know that makes no sense, but I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to die on that hill. Right here, you can outfit and you can make shirts and clothes. You can make more shirts and clothes. So this is shirts and clothes. That's for the leather and stuff like that. That's a strange guy looking at me. This is so you can process all the animal hides. Look at that, 36. And then if you craft a whole bunch, it'll do it very fast for you, so you don't have to sit there forever. Look how easy that was. Boom. And you continue craft or exit station. And then you can move all that stuff around. So let's go ahead and take a quick look while I wind it down. All right, so remember, there's 3 factions. Go ahead and pick which faction you want to be. There's Marauders, Covenant, and Syndicate. Marauders are a ruthless military force. The Covenant is a fanatical order, very religious. And the Syndicate is a secretive, like, Illuminati type thing. And they try to, they fight each other. And the colors are like purple, green, and I think gold. And like, oh, there's some greenies over there. There's some purples over there. So, they have their little slang terms for all the different groups. But you pick one. Definitely start doing the PvP quests, not the PvP quests, your faction quests. I don't have access to the faction just yet because the guy's not there. I haven't leveled up enough. But oh, look at that. That looks amazing. But definitely do those as soon as you can because the armor and stuff you get to help you craft is way beneficial to get it early and it'll speed you up right away. And plus you get XP for it. But just be careful if you are actually thinking about doing late game or mid game PvP, like you're going to wait until you're like level 20 or 30. You can only change factions every 120 days. So, and if you're not thinking about PvP, there's plenty of things to do PvE, like this right here. This is a dynamic event where the corruption seeps up from the land, and then you have to do things like, kill the mobs that are in there to save these pretty little farm animals, and then seal and close the corruption event. And look at that. See, those little things are... Oh. Hey, calm down. And these things are... Oh, ouch. Run away. Zigzag. Zigzag. Oh. Well, there you go. And then, of course, I died, so I go back to the nearest settlement. So, all right. So, guys, I think it's going to be it, So, it's been a long time since we had a new game that we can call New Hotness. And guess what? This game is going to be New Hotness. So, by all means, if you guys want to pop in and try the game, do it. Because my final thoughts, well, if you ever decide to take advice from someone, like I mentioned before, this is an awesome choice. Go with this if you are a fan of MMOs. If you're a fan of anything, mobile games that you have to quest and craft in, this game is just as good. MMORPGs like Ashes of Creation, it was not out yet. World of Warcraft, I'm trying to think of some other ones. ESOs. I mean, this game is good. Go with this game. You need this game in your life, unless you actually have a life. Then I wouldn't get this game if you have a life, because I promise you, if you do, it's going to be there on your PC, beckoning to you, begging you to log in. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time. Hey, hope to see you in the game.